Hey, back in the cold. We are at it. It is Salesforce Field Service office hours time. I wanted to share a couple of things. Oh, Natalie, welcome. I wanted to share a couple of things with data capture.
Hi,
How are you?
good. Data capture.
Yes, so I just finished a training with the, or like an update, I guess, if you will, with the product team on the future of data capture and the mobile experience for our technician friends. And thought I would just uplift the knowledge here today. Was there anything that you had on your list that you might want to talk about today?
No, no, this sounds great.
Okay, cool. Melissa, welcome. Do you have anything you want to talk about today? I was going to talk about data capture.
Hey, no, data capture's fine. I had a hard time getting here for some reason today.
Oh, what the?
I don't
Oh,
know. I kept joining and I was the only one there. So I don't know what
weird.
happened. I don't know. I was
I
like,
was late by a minute or maybe two, so it could be
well,
that.
maybe that was it.
Okay.
I'm usually the one late, so I'm usually thinking everybody else is already here.
Yeah, and then someone at 2:15 joined. I was like, weird, what happened there? It's just like a time zone thing.
Could be.
I'm also not, I never AIified my notification process, like
Mm,
sending an email. Because with Zoom, I have to download the participant list and, copy
yeah.
all of the, anyways, it's just not a really great process. And I get caught up in back-to-back meetings. So sending out notifications beforehand has diminished. I used to be pretty good at it and not
I
as good
understand.
anymore.
We're good. It's probably just me not being able to
Well, I've
read
got my
directions.
regulars who know that if you show up on the call, I'll be here. Um, if there's anything that's not happening, then I will for sure let you all know. Hey,
No
Ben,
problem.
welcome.
How are we doing?
We're great. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
The agenda today was going to be more data capture because this is the future of the field service mobile app experience. And I did have a call with the product management team sharing what the future of data capture looks like.
Did you do the
Ron,
webinar this morning?
I did do the webinar, yes. So I'm just
Totally
grabbing
forgot.
some of the materials that I learned from there. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, I don't know. I totally forgot. I just,
Oh,
I
totally.
totally forgot about
And
it.
I'm
So,
just checking to make sure because I took some screenies, but I took a lot of screenshots today. So I just want to make sure that I'm pulling up the right ones. Yes. Welcome, Ron.
Hello.
Is it your first time joining us?
It
Or have you
is.
been here before? Welcome. We are just a group of people who love Salesforce Field Service to our detriment. So we laugh and cry and wonder why a lot here, and we just dig into the product to understand it so that we can get more comfortable with it, so we can do what our customers really want us to do, or what we want to build with less friction. Although we experience friction every turn we make.
that is our goal, but we have yet to get there. Or as soon as
So
we get there, they change it all on us.
that's exactly what happens. So we're just a group. It's more like group therapy, really, is what it turns out to be. So if you had any specific questions, totally jump in. The idea today was to walk through what data capture is and how that's the future of field service. But yeah, that's what we're working on today. Otherwise, if you have any questions, just jump in. It's we're not formal by any means.
Absolutely. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited to learn more about data capture. I've been hearing about it, but haven't really like watched many videos on it or read too much about it just yet. So yeah, excited to learn more about it today.
So how did you hear about office hours?
So I've been interested in the field service space for a while. I
Mhm.
actually used to work at Click Software, and that's
Oh,
really
excellent.
yeah. So that's where I got my start in tech,
Yep.
and I ended up just becoming hands on with the product over the years, and just trying to find resources. It's been somewhat difficult. And then I stumbled across your video series on YouTube, and then from that moment on, I've been following you on LinkedIn, keeping up with the videos over the weeks, and just trying to take in as much information as possible.
Thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad that it's helping some people. It's interesting because for a while there I stopped posting on a frequent basis because I got super busy. But then the algorithm just did its thing, which was like, okay, that's a thing. That's awesome. So I'm glad that you found it and you found me and you found us. And yeah, so welcome.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Okay. All right. So data capture. I'm going to share some screenshots. I didn't do a really wonderful job of taking screenshots, but I'll just flip through. I don't have the deck, but the idea is these photos, you can see my screen, everybody?
Yep.
Okay. Also, my screen capture does a thing where it can sometimes just drop in the middle of sharing. So if I lose it, let me know. I mean, if I lose my screen, losing it happens on a regular basis.
We're already there.
We're already
We'll keep quiet.
exactly. Just laugh with me. It's all good. All right. So I can't find a better word for it except it's cute. Like it's a really cute interface for technicians to use when they're out in the field. If we're used to our field service mobile flows, there's not much we can do to make things pretty. We can add emojis. I don't know if we can change the color. I feel like the rich text display on field service mobile flows don't work. I think emojis was the best way that we could say, hey, don't forget to clock your time. And we would put a watch, or this is an emergency. So we would have the alarm bell or the whatever it is that we put on there, or it's call the customer. We would change the status on the list view and you've got the telephone to call the customer, or a wrench because it's in progress. So if for whatever reason you're in the app and you go back to your appointment list view and you forgot which one you're working on, well, at least I know I've got this wrench, I'm here, and you just tap into the app and you know which one, that one service appointment that you're working on, right? So to me, that was the most sophisticated approach to making the app a little bit more end user friendly. But first of all, this is pretty cool. We can see all the images that we're uploading in one tiled kind of point of view. There's files that you can add. These things above this, I didn't catch it, but if you hit 20, it could go red. And if you hit 30, it could go orange. And then when you hit 40, then it goes green. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know how to configure that. So we're going to see if we can follow the instructions and use our intuition and see how far we can get. So this is a lot of, we're building in public. We don't know what we're going to bump up against, but hopefully this helps everybody realize I was a field service product manager. I'm an application architect. I've been doing this for a long time and I struggle. So we all struggle together. This is part of becoming an expert in anything. We will just keep going until we become experts. There are certain things when you do it after 10 times, then you become the expert. So the first 10 tries are going to be uncomfortable. So we're doing that together and it's okay. But yes, I would love to know how to do that because I think this part is super, super cool. Putting the serial number in was also, relatively easy. That it's a text field, so the barcode scanner thing works. So they showed that. Okay, before I get into the roadmap, look, we got a shout out because I know, right? Yay! So this is
Yay.
so the algorithm and also, my friends and colleagues are also saying, I just do a quick Google search on Salesforce data capture and the YouTube videos show up. So thank you to the algorithm and to all the friends to uplift this show. lack of a better phrase, this group. But yeah, data capture is available and help. So we're going to go check out the documentation, which I hate to do, but we do it anyways. And then if you are an implementation partner, you can spin up an org, or you can get some orgs in Trailhead. But if you need access to a simple demo org, let me know and I can spin one up for you. That was the highlight of the thing. Okay. I'm going to show you this thing later. This is like an eyesore, but I will show you that later. The cool thing about the call was the roadmap. So safe harbor, everything. Don't make your configuration decisions based off of roadmap, but at least we know something is coming. So what we have in winter and what they've set up for us from spring, like these two pieces, what do we have today? These Lightning Web Components, you can add certain capabilities to make things more advanced in there. I will tell you, I do not play in the Lightning Web Component space. It works, it's advanced, it's super developer beyond, because you need not only to know the JavaScript, but you also need to know there's a language. It's like, in order for Apex to go get the data, it's going to come to me. It's like, I think there's a Q in it. Anyways, Q, not Q branch. Anyways, it'll come. If anybody knows it, the second part that needs that, if you need to get the data, you need to know that language too. So there's a lot to unpack with Lightning Web Components. It's the, if I do a Google, I'm sure it'll work, but it's the mechanism that allows you to perform what Apex does offline. Okay. This one, so this conditional visibility was, and then the real-time input validation, that was the color coding thing I was telling you about. But this PDF generation, don't let this fool you. This is only available for unlimited edition orgs. I don't know, nobody said on the call, or I might have missed it, when PDF generation is going to be available for all editions. No idea, but the PDF generation of the form is only available in unlimited editions.
PDF from mobile or just anywhere?
I think anywhere.
Well,
Yes.
that's fun.
Yes. So I will ask around to see if that's on the roadmap for Enterprise Edition, because what the hell? Why not? So I don't know the reasoning behind this either. So I also want to know why. Maybe they'll tell me, maybe they won't, but we'll see. I gotta ask, right?
Yes,
So.
that's right.
Mhm. Okay, so winter 26. This is what's happening right now. AI voice to form. This is the reason why we need to start puttering around with this tool now, because our technicians are out there with their gloves, with their tools, and doing this on a small device or this on an iPad. If they have a keyboard for their iPad, great, but putting in data sucks when you're out in the field. And if you're filling out a lot of values like a meter reading, or you gotta, where's the one example? Did I close all of them already? Good Lord. Right, there's a lot of data entry that can go into a form. If you could just speak to it and then it puts the data in the right box, that would be amazing. We're getting voice to structured data. That's, I don't know. I'm
But is that going to require Agent Force?
100%. Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes. Um, but I think
Yeah.
that it's the future, right? So at
Mhm.
least we should be familiar with the way that it's like, and how much the investment is, and taking a look at extending your licenses at the end of the year, this like shopping season at Salesforce. So
Mhm.
if there is an opportunity to consider extending, now's the time, I would say. So year-end sales, it's like Best time to go shopping at Salesforce. Okay, so the where to launch forms. I've always wanted to launch a form off of a mobile flow, but they're telling me don't hold your breath. Mobile flows, not, I'm going to just safe harbor this statement too. They're not going to go away, but there hasn't been any investment in making field service mobile flows any better because the underlying framework that it's on is not something they can configure. So in order to get any of the new stuff, they need another foundation infrastructure layer that is beyond my brain, but good enough for me to know you can't build off on it. So they decided to build off of a new framework, which is tied to it's still tied to the Lightning Web runtime. So again, I don't know what that means, but it just means it's a different infrastructure. So they have more availability there. So all the investment is going into data capture.
So you're
So
saying that they're going to eventually replace field
they're
service mobile flows with full data capture?
they're doing what they can, and I'm going to show you they've created 3 templates, and we'll look at those templates and you tell me what you think. What are they telling us? I think that's what's going to end up happening. And I think that mobile flows will always be supported because it's
I
been
tried
almost 10 years.
I tried replacing or using data capture to replace a or to do it to replace what I have normally have used a field service mobile flow for and ended up having to go back to field service mobile flow.
Exactly.
So
So that's why I said now's a good time to putter around,
yeah.
not necessarily replace, because
Mhm.
I think where we're at right now is maybe spring, maybe summer might be when we've got a full enough capability set that might replace the mobile flows. And there might be some elements that you could pull out um and replace. And it looks like they will do data capture on desktop, which is going to be freaking cool. So the where to launch forms right now, before it was only um yes, so we can do it via a quick action on a record, and we can also launch it from a work step. Why they didn't call that out anywhere? I thought that maybe it was winter they made that happen, but it's available on work steps. So their vision is vision of what they're designing is use work plans and work steps. And that would be the whole guided experience for technicians. And we will do away with actions as well. So stop going to actions, just go to work plans and work steps, and then drive the actions and data capture forms and flows, if you still want to use flows, through work plans and work steps.
I don't love that, but
The weight of creating a work plan and work step template and then assigning it, it does add another data layer for sure. I know that's exactly why I don't love that, but it's a path forward, I guess. So I will follow said path. And then this is going to be the scenario where I'm going to create work plans and work steps in every single org now. And I'm going to create data capture for every single org now. And then because we're doing it so often, we become super fast at it. I don't know. That's my sunshine and rainbows. I drink too much of the Kool-Aid answer.
yeah, I just haven't had I haven't had very many clients that need work plans and work steps. I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, their services are not that difficult. They don't need to be told steps to go out and do this. So
Right. Yeah. One thing that I have been struggling with, and I did a longer deep dive on lookups. So I discovered a hack in field service mobile flow because you cannot get a lookup on any screen. And what I mean by lookup is I want to be able to put an asset lookup field on a screen to have a technician go in there, scan the barcode, and have it pull up the asset that they want to associate to either the work order or the work order line item,
Mhm.
or right, or some part or something to look up. And the way that I was able to hack it was with a you can embed a record action into your mobile flow. And when you put that record action into your flow and it's the last step, not only will it do the lookup for you, but you can just make that your screen. So no more do you need a screen and then an assignment and then an update mode. You can just put the action at the last step and it'll show you your screen, it'll have your lookup, and it'll update the record for you. You don't have to do anything. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty fun hack. And the hack is that it's got to be at the end of the flow. If you have the action somewhere in the middle and then you have other assignments and updates below, it overrides what you did on the action. So the action will update it, but then all of the assignments overrides what you did before. So I spent maybe a week trying to figure out, like, is this, did they catch this bug and somehow for some godforsaken reason they closed this defect, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not supposed to work, but it does. And it doesn't, that capability doesn't work with regular screen flows. Like, if you put that in a desktop screen flow and a record action, it doesn't update the
Yeah.
record for you. So that's
Huh.
some weird defect that is a feature, in my opinion, because I need a lookup on the mobile app.
I haven't tried
So
that.
yeah, it's a pretty fun hack. But don't tell anybody because then they're going to try to fix it. I don't want to fix that.
Mm.
Okay, so I don't believe that I'm ready to transfer my flows until I have a lookup. That's for me, right? But am
Mhm.
I in a position to start building? Because what I really want to know how to do is this. So let me get caught up with what is new and fancy with data capture. I'm not going to be able to do, I'm not going to be able to roll it out live yet, but at least I'll be able to be smart enough so that when the time does come in spring and then summer, I'm faster at deploying it.
Mm.
Again, this is Kool-Aid talk. Okay, so let's dig in. Does anybody want me to go through this right now? Like, this is a lot. You can take a screenie of this if you want. Let me just kill this. How
I
come I
mean, you
can't?
couldn't speak to each point.
I know, right? I could, but um, nothing is future roadmap or anything here, but yeah, take a screenie. You might want this in your back pocket, I feel, just so that you have an idea of, holy smokes, look at all the things that we can implement in Salesforce Field Service.
What is guided selling?
I don't know. I don't know.
I lost these guys.
The
Huh.
other piece that it doesn't really show you is, if we do guided selling, is that with manufacturing cloud and asset service lifecycle, because asset service lifecycle has a work order estimate capability in it.
Did you ever figure out how to get a demo org with the asset cycle management stuff in it?
Yeah, I have it in my sales simple demo org.
Or do you?
Yeah, I still have to try
Huh.
to configure that work order estimate thing because I've got a project that I'm supposed to run a workshop on that tomorrow, and I still have to figure it out. So don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
Right?
This isn't online.
No, it's okay. Okay, so appointment, right? So anyway, again, like if anybody's looking at here, if you see anything else, like we can play bingo one day or see what else we have. But yeah, like guided selling, totally something we could try to find out what it is. But the reason why I have this up on my screen is because on another roadmap deck that I saw for mobile, okay, hold on, I'm going to pull this over. Bear with me for 1 second. I was looking for this feature. Where are you? Okay, sharing. I was looking for this. Oh, I'm not even pressing my
Yeah.
freaking share button. Hold on, sorry. This guided troubleshooting. It's GA in June. And I was like, I want this. Like,
Hmm.
if I'm going to get Agent Force, and I really like the idea of this, if I can get access to both of these in Agent Force, now we're
Yeah.
starting to talk value, right? Like pre-work brief
Yeah.
is pretty good. It's almost like table stakes. Um, the so yeah, that's great to have. And then the work order completion summary, that's also pretty cool, right? Like those are easy. Like, of course, AI should be able to do this, but are we really ready to get the whole SKU and just get it for just those things, right? Maybe,
What,
maybe not. But I thought, oh, with these two things, that is really compelling.
what is image upload
No,
troubleshooting?
I don't know. No
Knowledge,
idea.
knowledge articles to
So
image
I
upload.
dug. I dug a lot deeper because I'm even looking at these notes. I'm not seeing anything in the notes. So of course I Googled it. Um, okay. No, this is the other thing. This damn thing. Like I don't want to troubleshoot Agent Force. I want troubleshooting. Mobile. I think maybe what I did was, oh, here. No, I think I actually had to take out troubleshooting, and then I was able to figure it out. Because I found it on the release notes. What's this? Okay, here we go. And we got to go to spring. It was, right? I don't know how I found it because I thought it was through here. Let's look at summer. June is summer. Yeah, that's summer, Leanne. Okay, so field service mobile. No, let's check Agent Force. No. I don't know how. Anyway, it turned out that it's Neuron 7. Which is a third party. And honestly, their troubleshooting solution is pretty cool,
Hmm.
but it's third party. And I didn't realize that. So I thought, oh, okay, so Salesforce is going to create some sort of either a lightweight version of what Neuron 7 had, because I knew that this was on the market, and I always found this to be very compelling, right? You put in all the service manuals, maybe some product code booklets or whatever, and then let that guide the repair sequence. Could be at the case and it could be at the work order level. So if you're ITSM, like IT service management or whatever that is, right? You could do it at a desktop, like so service agents can do it and reduce truck rolls. But I don't, yeah. And then also
Hmm.
out in the field. Excellent solution. I didn't realize. So anyways, shout out Neuron 7. Like that's cool. So just
First
don't,
Salesforce is going to buy Neuron 7 next.
well, yeah, you said safe harbor. Yeah. So it is, well, I mean, and then also they do ServiceNow as well. So whether or not they buy them or not, then ServiceNow gets chopped. But yeah, they are also supported in ServiceNow too. But very compelling offering. But if ever you see this on any roadmap, be mindful. It's not quite Salesforce. It's just App Exchange partners are solving this problem. And I do wish that there was an asterisk here or something that told us that this is third-party solution.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Same thing with Esri Maps. Like I know that you need to be a customer of Esri in order to get access to this. But again, like a cute little asterisk to just say additional third-party costs are required when you, right? So Esri is what like a lot of the utility companies use when they're doing their vegetation management. They need to see the terrain, right? So anyways, thought I would take you down that rabbit hole, and I'm going to close all these tabs because I'm done with that. So what was cool about the latest release for data capture, in order to simplify and flatten everybody's learning curve, they've provided three I'm going to just close this. They provided 3 flows. And also, by the way, my org has this app called automation. Like, what? That's new. So there's an automation tab that's going to be released. I don't know how to turn it on because I can't turn it on in another org that I'm in, but this is in my simple demo org. And look at what they're doing with flows. Like they're taking it out of Classic and putting it into a Lightning experience, which is awesome because now I can like create some better filters and right it now I know it's green. It's active. These are drafts. And then the other cool thing, okay, so these ones with a very great description are some of the templates that are provided, and they should be out of the box, meaning to say they just get pushed down to your org. So maybe Melissa, in your org, you can check your flows to see if you've got 3 data capture flows. One is service appointment status change. So we'll look at that one together because this is the one where I'm like, oh, you're telling us not to use flows for that? No. Then they have job and asset completion form. And then they have create leads and opportunities. Could be interesting. So these are the 3 typical flows that support, I would say 80%, 90% of the mobile flow use cases that we have out there, right? So I need to change the status. I need to complete my work and capture all my service notes and photos. And there's an upsell opportunity, or I found some repairs that might need to be done, or there's a potential replacement opportunity that needs to happen in the next 6 months to 12 months. right? So those are the kind of things that you want your technicians to capture out in the field. So, because if there's a long lead time to order a whole new asset, it could take 12 months. So if you think that this asset is going to be decommissioned within the next 12 months, just start the process during a maintenance cycle, right?
Awesome. What about I know that we've come across things like the idea of a quick quote, things
Exactly.
like that, or a
Yeah.
deviation from
So
the original work order. This looks like a wonderful use case for that.
this would tee up the quoting process and hand it over to the team. I
Nice.
well, let's find out, right? Like I didn't actually dig into this. And so one thing that's interesting about this one, you can open the latest version or open the flow. I don't know. I would just always click open the latest version in case I was building something and totally forgot to activate it. That happens. Well, that happens in my demo org. That should not happen in your customer orgs, but I don't should on anybody because
Well,
you never
kind of
know.
along the line of that, of what I tried to do with what I was trying to solve for is they were in the field and they needed more work was done and they wanted to create a case, they had a form they used, they wanted to fill out this form, and that form created a case
Yes.
to then either be approved or whatever. The thing
Yes.
is, you only get one form
Oh, yeah.
because
So
you
that's what I
attach it
don't
on there.
understand about this
So
too.
if so if they needed to do this for, several different places. I mean, like this is a place that puts plants out, and so there could be like a location in the lobby and then a location out back, and they would do two different forms to have both of those cases approved, whether, we could do the work or not. So you only could they couldn't add an additional form
Once they completed one.
once they
Exactly.
did one.
So
Yeah.
and that's exactly was my thought when I saw this status change form, because
Mm-hmm.
this is checking what status it is. And then if this is the status, then display this, and then
Mm-hmm.
if this is right. So, okay, but wait a second. I launched this data capture form. I thought I only had one form per work order
Yeah.
or work order line item. So I've changed my status. How do I think I don't know yet. That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly that's exactly the
Yeah.
question that I have too right now. And so I didn't get that answer today either. So another question that we need answering.
I mean, I like it as far as a form. Do you have a form that needs to be filled out? I mean, as you go through the work. This is
Yeah,
great.
let's look at this one. This one's so selecting, is it current? So this one's giving you what's interesting is this is giving you that guided approach where it's
Mm-hmm.
one screen and then a next screen and then a next screen. So what we had, oh, I don't know why I'm raising my hand, but the way that we used to have, oh, and I stopped sharing my screen, or am I good still? Yeah.
No, you're so good.
Right. That was the initial gap that I thought we had too. I thought that I could only have one screen in a data capture flow, but no, I can do a wizard guided selling. So the guided selling, I'm wondering if all they mean is data capture in multiple screens and we're just guiding them through by creating multiple
Mm-hmm.
screens. I don't know, multiple
Yeah.
forms. Like, so it's an interesting, this is the again, this is the first time I'm really digging deep into what a template looks like. And I'm thankful that they provided an example of what
Mm-hmm.
they would how they designed it to be, right? So even certain things like at the very beginning where all of the standard IDs have been assigned, right? So we've got parent ID. Again, I don't know why I have to turn down this lower hand thing. um, all of the variables that we have for parent ID, record ID, parent record ID. These are all the free out of the box variables that you get. With Field Service Mobile, we also had access to user ID. I don't know if we have access to user ID here, but we can, I mean, again, we can continue to dig in and see if we have access to that. But yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's look at the screen. So yeah, it's guiding them through, is it current or new? And then it's going to collect the lead details, enter customer request. What is the description? And then, yeah, it's simply just creating the lead if it's new. And then if it's existing, then it would create the opportunity for the customer. I don't know what this really is, but um, and then it creates the opportunity. Oh, and then it creates a contact role. It's kind of cute, but no concept of like opportunity products or things like that. And then it goes,
Mhm.
I'm guessing maybe, let's see, what did they assign? Create opportunity. So it looks like, and I don't know, I haven't dug into it and I haven't really determined flow best practices applied to data capture. Why didn't we do an assignment and then do the create opportunity record, right? Instead of doing it manually. I don't know. So I haven't gone into what is best practice yet and why are we creating records this way instead of doing an assignment and then a create. Ooh, what's this? Check for matching records? Disabled, enable. Interesting. I wonder if this is real and this works.
Hmm.
Another thing to dig into. Yeah, like for real? Oh, okay. Maybe some is supported and some are not, but we cannot update it. Select a different field. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some would be supported and some aren't. I don't know. But that's, oh, yes, it works. Oh my God, look.
Awesome.
Allegedly, right? It's configured. We don't know if it works. But the fact that it's set up here tells me that maybe. But again, like, thank you for showing me what's possible because now my brain is not as um hurt. It's not struggling as much.
And I do have those.
Yeah, those
Yeah, and
templates in your org?
uh-huh. Yep.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, so that's creating leads. So that's pretty cool. So again, like now here's where we going to implement this in every single one of our orgs as a best practice? Are we ready for this to just move forward? And then Lee, you've asked me this before, or are we just creating technical debt because we're doing an experiment which what could be the future, but they might
Mhm.
change it. And so,
Yeah.
we try the experiment, we create a data capture, we realize it's not gonna be up to snuff like you did too, Melissa, and then you pivot back to a mobile flow. Well, now you've got this data capture half baked, hanging out, just waiting for some update and love, right? It might never come. So
Yeah.
yeah, you could be
And we can't just fix uploading photos to where I can get access to the photo.
in mobile flows.
Yeah.
I know. I know. So that's what, so their answer to that, like when you go to Idea Exchange, the answer to those ideas is we're working on it, but it's in data capture. So it's definitely time to putter, right? We got to know what the capabilities are. We have to know what we can do with what the tool has today, because by the time the gaps have been closed, we're
Mhm.
going to be put in a position where, oh, hey, I heard that there's this cool new feature in Salesforce. I need you to build everything for me, right? And then like I'm kind of imitating what I do to
But
Natalie, right?
but data capture, what did it do to me?
Mm.
Because I needed to create the case and I wanted to attach the photos to the case. And
I
I
create,
could get to the information. I mean, I could get to the content documents in data
yeah,
capture where you can't get to it in mobile flow. But you have to, your creates are the very last things in data capture. You can't do anything after that. So I still couldn't create my case and then take photos and upload them to the case.
Okay, so I want to call that out. You said something so similar to my action hack.
Mm,
All of the creates have to happen at the end
right.
of the data capture. Awesome call out. Yes. In mobile flow, we can create a record and then reference that record in the flow. Let us take a peek. Did I seriously close the roadmap? Let's take a peek to see if that's on the roadmap. It's got to be somewhere on this desktop of mine. Oh, found it. Okay. It's like, yeah, I don't think so. Dynamic image preview. No. It's the referencing of those uploaded. Um, so let me make sure I heard you properly. You uploaded photos and you want the photos to be attached to the case.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't reference the case because it's created at the bottom.
Right. So in your upload photos, you still have to put in the record or whatever for the content document where you want it to go. But I can't create the
Yeah.
case to have it go there until the very end.
Where's the job and asset closure? Okay, let's open this one. Let's see what kind of golden nuggets we have here because I know for sure there's a photo capture here. Okay. Okay, so we're taking photos. Fine. You're taking photos. What are the attributes? Uploads of completed jobs. So we can compress now, we can smooth. Allegedly, we can also annotate.
It's still going to the work order.
It's still going to the work order because, okay,
Assuming that's where your form is on the work order, and your fields or your pictures are still going to the work order.
yep. And I think if we think about this one, where is our create leads? I would also want to take photos, customer requests, take some photos, and then the photos that were created, add them to either the opportunity or the lead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Similar
Yep.
use case, right?
Mm-hmm. Because assuming this was on, your work order, and then you're creating a
Mm-hmm.
new lead, you would want any additional information to go to the lead, not, or,
Right.
lead or opportunity, not to that original work order.
Where's my completion one? Work order information screen. This image, we're setting the attribute of the work order ID, but I haven't created it yet. Yikes. Okay, I'm going to take that one away. I think that's the one that is a really important
Mm-hmm.
capability that we need to have.
So the upload images, that component is a lot better than it is in Field Service Mobile Flow, but
It
I'm still stuck
is.
at, you're still stuck
But
on
if
that.
I had a
Oh.
platform triggered flow every time a data content ID is created related to a work order ID, if I'm referencing a case on the work order, let's just say there's a lookup to the case, because when I create the case, I'm going to reference the originating work order. Can I copy or create a new content document link with a platform triggered flow?
But if you have photos that actually need to stay on the work order.
Is it when you create a content document link, we can only create one link? We can't reference two
Don't think-
objects?
I
I
don't
feel
think
like
so.
yes. I feel like you can't. When? So this is an example of crying. Why? Ooh, I have pictures. Awesome. Ooh, we'll just add this logo. That's pretty safe. Okay, so this is created. Now, what is this? To this, what did I? Okay, so shared with. Technically, this is this is a content document link, isn't it? What we're seeing here, this sharing thing, or is this something different? Let's look.
You
Inspector, tell
view
me.
object like in the gear? Oh,
Oh
there you
yeah,
go.
view object. Well, it says a view document, like content document.
Then yeah, it's got to be. I was just thinking like in the setup.
Yeah, I'm gonna go click on setup in just a second. Let's see what inspector says here. Nothing, but I can see this. And then inspector tells me content document. Let's do that, your thing. Edit object,
Yeah.
content document.
I
Okay.
love links.
But how do I create a new link? I feel like there was a way that I could create a content document link.
Whoa.
Content document link. Yeah, in the flow. Yikers. What are you? Okay, let's just click new, linked entity, ID. Ruh-roh. Hold on, I'm going down a rabbit hole here. Let's duplicate this tab. I want the ID of, I'm going to just try copying it to an account. Xavier. Account. But hold on, is it already shared with the account? I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh yeah, you have to say share type. I think it's visible. Ah, viewer. Okay, so it's not shared with Xavier. So I'm going to share it with Xavier School of Gifted Visibility, all users. And I feel like it's actually supposed to be a letter. And I don't know if this is the right pick list value, but we'll just see what happens to me. I can't press save. It's not happy. That. I thought that, let's just, When? Hmm. I'm trying to figure out what the pick list values are.
Ooh. I got to drop. Thank you
Thank
very much
you.
for today. Talk to
Bye.
y'all later. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So I wonder if we could still access and create another link record, but I don't know. That's a interesting problem to solve. So I don't know if a record triggered flow is going to help with that when a new content document is created. But maybe something that, again, like that's a, let's see if that's on the roadmap kind of thing, and then just let the customer know that's an extension, and then you have to buffer build time accordingly. Very interesting. Okay, so if you need access to a demo org, let me know if you want to play. Does anybody have any questions or closing remarks before we bounce?
Not for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Super useful and informative.
Awesome. Thanks. And then, yeah, maybe some hands-on keys over time. I don't know whether they have any trailheads yet, but something to explore next
Yeah.
to get your hands on there and to give things a shot.
Awesome.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you.
See you all next time.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Cheers,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.